going to take away the Zeri, and will most likely have Soil play that, unless Z wants to play it himself.
Yeah, and that can still be, the play here. Though I'm more so looking forward to seeing Z on Assassin Champions. We see constantly the ban of Akali just because of Z. But the Camille pushing through here for Shin can be a good thing here. Galio is still open. They can pick it up on S3. And let's see if JDG is going to be denying them off it, since last game we saw them pick up the Corki and the Zeri. Since Zeri has been picked up, maybe they can pick up something like a Varus this time around.
Yeah, I mean, you see the priority to ban away the champions of Soil here. Like 2 of the bans was invested against the AD carries, and that's how much respect Soil is getting, and rightfully so. He's one of the best dragon laners that we have in the game right now. And you look at the composition here by JDG, it's a very solid trio. They have a very sturdy Baron laner in the Jax, a very flexible Corki that can go bot lane or mid lane. And also this Ornn, it does look like it will be the support Ornn that we often saw the last time out.
Xby as well, picking up the Shen basically is a calling towards Once and Xiao Ji this time around on how Shen should be utilized in the jungle. It is going to be very helpful for the Zeri and for the Camille as well, because that protection from the shield is just massive for team fights.
And you can also use it offensively by combining the Hextech Ultimatum with Stand United, and it's an easy lockdown onto one primary target. Yeah, for sure, you still have the Ornn that can call the Forge God to disengage or to counter-engage the engages coming from the Camille. But when it comes to the easiness of execution, right, it's a lot easier to execute this Camille plus Shen combo.
And it's a lot easier to go through towards this game if you take away the Gragas of SMY. His performance a while ago, his influence is just monumental. This time, so Galio instead of
it really
Alistar?
is meta, huh?
Especially with Shen, right?
Oh, Vlad.
Camille.
Debut. Okay. At least here in WRL A2, it will be the first time that the Vladimir will get picked. It was picked during the Ionia Cup, but at least now we get to see it in action here in WRL A2. It's a very exciting time to be a fan of Wild Rift.
And since we're going to be seeing an Aatrox as well, I was more so excited seeing this Aatrox on Once. But Xiao Ji is going to be the one to pick this up for himself this time around, and we see one more Zoe for Z.
I think this is more of a preference now. Like Thundertalk just knows that if they have the Zoe, they can control choke points very easily. Now, and we saw how hard it was for Feibai to win against the Zoe using his Corki, and so their answer was to also get an AP champion. Most of the counters to the Vladimir is not yet in the game, right? The heavy crowd control, the assassins like the LeBlanc, like also the Anivia. But to me, Zoe is actually a good matchup, right? Against the Vladimir. If you are able to hit your pokes from far away, you can dish out a good amount of damage to chunk down this Vladimir. But yeah, truth be told, for me it's a lot easier to lane with the Vladimir than the game 1 of Corki versus Zoe.
And it's also the same format here for JDG, right? Multiple late game scaling champions, and as long as they don't give too much of momentum here towards Thundertalk, they should be fine come mid game. The Jax, the Aatrox, the Vladimir, the Corki, they're gonna pop off come like 10-15 minutes off the game. Thundertalk, they might need to be more aggressive in the early game. They have Camille, they have Shen, they have the Zoe as well to make the plays and be supplemented by SMY's Galio. It's still possible, but now they need to step on the gas pedal even more.
Very, very possible. Ease of execution is how we call it, right? Like one Hextech Ultimatum, one lockdown onto one primary target. And I think that's where Vlad really is a very good pick. Just because you have the Yipu to save yourself a couple of seconds. It's one of the free stasis in the game, which gives you a little bit of a counterplay moment against this all-ins coming from Shin, the Shen, and the Galio.
Yeah, I love the combination. I love seeing before like Camille, Galio, and even a Ziggs before, right? And this is the trinity of wombo combos. We see a lot of alterations towards it as well, as we see more champions being integrated. Maybe in the near future we would see Fiddlesticks being comboed with a Galio as well. But it's still like prio banned right now, especially with how OP it is.
Perma banned up until the last game of today, I feel. You know, Fiddlesticks is just on a different league right now because it has the fastest clear, and that's one way to maximize the advantages in the early game. And speaking of advantages, we see here a very interesting stat. Z was able to dish out 30% of the damage with a Zoe, and it's now trying to get neutralized here by Feibai on the Vladimir.
Not the highs that we have seen compared to Season 1, right? But still massively done by Z, especially on this champion, which is pretty new on his side. We don't really see Zoe being picked up by Z, especially last season. And right now, as he gets more comfortable with more champions, it's going to be much more difficult to actually completely ban him out and negate him, especially with his influence, with his performance on this Zoe, as he spams it more and more.
Yeah.
Teams are going to be looking forward to banning it out in the near future, which will open up his other champions like the Cassidy and the Holly.
And it's a lot easier and safer to have, you know, poke champions such as Zoe for Z. And him expanding his champion pool is definitely a positive for Thunder Talk. One of the favorites to win it all in this tournament. We have to remember that they were once they were the team that scared the most of KBG, and they were so close in winning it all. By the way, XY is already level 5. Oh, Soil?
Ouch! Ouch! A flash! At least he escapes, especially with some escorts there by Xiaoji. Good job! He's just scaring them off.
Yeah, but that's a flash burnt once again. And that's just, again, XY being prepared and just knows where to be at the right place and at the right time as well. I mean, you look at him, he was able to burn the flash by himself. And here in the mid lane, the dual lane of SMY and Soil is no longer a thing. It's now the mid lane that has become a dual lane.
That's why whenever you're a tank going up against a Shen, right, it's always going to be at your disadvantage just because of that percent HP damage on the auto attacks of that S1 Shen. So you always have to be very cautious of yourself. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, that's going to be a chain CC to try and burst him out. Feibai still survives, fortunately for him.
That's the power of the Vladimir, right? Like those all-ins, you can escape death by just going for the pool. Here comes the engage, Doki.
That's a call, Forge God. SMY flashes away, but Berry actually tries to close in the distance. Almost gets a kill if that force bomb actually connected.
Almost, but not quite. On the top side, though, there's some pressure coming in from Thunder Talk. They're getting some plates for their Baron laner. And again, the 1v1 between the Camille and the Jax, the longer the game goes, I feel, you know, it's a skills matchup. No one really is at a very big advantage. Of course, Jax late game is very scary, but so is the Camille. So it's more so as to who gets the advantage in the early stages of the game that will be able to capitalize the laning phase come mid-game and late game, of course.
Yeah, JDG, Lemon is just having the best of his time right now in the top lane. As long as he's unganked, not being pressured that much by Shin and XY, he will be absolutely fine in the laning phase and will be influencing, like split pushing on the side lanes later on as the objectives spawn up in the next 20 seconds. Right now, Thunder Talk needs Shin for sure in these ganks because so far they have been unsuccessful at it. They are not able to get the early momentum boost that they needed. Lemon even having the luxury of getting just that
sneaky
from Shin, just saying hello, I'll take this.
When it comes to hard lockdowns, for sure Shin is one of the easier ones to execute. One Hextech ultimatum can just kill one of the opponent here instantly in JDG. Package already available for Berry though. Any moment now there could be an engage.
Yeah, they do the damage here onto Doki, but Berry just answering back with the Gatling gun, just shoving them away. But the RH is already being initiated. It might just be a handshake of objectives. JDG will love this for sure.
Dragons are definitely at a premium right now in patch 4.4. And this is a new jungler altogether, right? Like Xiaoji. He subbed in. Flashes away though.
The Stand United as well, just to help out, and everyone is suddenly there from Thunder Talk.
Oh, 4-man collapse, and instantly the new jungler of JDG regrets his decision to go overextended, and he was definitely overextended. Did not respect the power of the Stand United, and was an instant payback by Thunder Talk.
Had no reason to actually go there since there's a Stand United available. Nothing to
very overextended for sure, and this is the ease of execution that we were talking about. Even Soil was able to get an assist, which is big for Soil once again.
And now they're going to be spawning this RH in the mid lane to try and bash this turret down. It's not going to be enough since there's still more HP left before they actually spawn the RH. So this mid turret is still fine, but very close to that first tier tower.
Yeah, 200 HP is so low. Oh, hang on. Shin on the top side though.
The flash. And X-Tech ultimatum. No more counter strike. They should get the skill right, but they're not able to get this towards Lemon. That's how well this Jax has been performing in this game so far. Now here comes Doki to just assist him as he defends his tier 1. And again, as long as this Jax becomes okay in the laning phase, he's gonna be having such a good time later on the late stages of the game.
And Xiaoji did not get detected there just because he has the sweeping lenses available. One thing to note is that Lemon is running barrier instead of the ignite that we saw from Shin earlier, right? Like this Jax, if it has the barrier, that just means that he's out there to survive. And it's so hard to kill a Jax. Counter-Strike, also the ultimate will make him, pseudo tanky. And JDG will be happy enough that their Baron laner did not die on the top side. But we still have to call a spade a spade. Like Thunder Talk is still in full control of this game. 3,000 gold lead already amounted here by Thunder Talk. And it does look like that they're not stopping anytime soon.
They're not stopping and getting the goal that they need as well to establish some sort of dominance into the game as well. Thunder Talk will finally be getting this tower, but at what cost? Because the Connect is here. The damage, not really enough yet for JDG. They lose the tower. They're trying to get something across the board, but unable. This is how disciplined Thunder Talk actually is. Look at the side lanes. Barry is just in the bottom lane, while Lemon is also pushing top lane, just applying constant pressure towards Shin. Shin trying to establish pressure constantly towards Lemon, and it's slowly becoming a pincer here for JDG. 4,000 despite just 1 kill and 1 tower. That's massive actually here for Thunder Talk.
They're controlling almost every facet of the game right now. And it does look like that Feibai and Doki is going to get Dove.
They get the kill as well. Possibly even the tower, since Feibai will be struggling in defending this. One more auto attack, and that's it. Thunder Talk slowly but surely getting everything that they need.
A very well coordinated dive again in the bot lane. They call that from 1 minute ago, right? Like you also see on the top lane, there was another tower be destroyed here by Thunder Talk. And again, this is the clean dive by Thunder Talk, amounting to 1 kill plus 2 more towers. And we are now witnessing a stomp coming from Thunder Talk.
Yeah, this is one of the changes actually that we have seen on Thunder Talk. We knew them in Season 1 being very, very aggressive, explosive as well. But now they're being more calculated in a sense, not giving up, not giving opportunities for their opponents to actually punish them. And that creates more of a security as they get little of a lead, but also constantly. That's why right now we see 6,000 in 9.5 minutes with only the towers and just 1 takedown or 2.
It's super snowbally, and we all know how hard it is to enter choke points against the Zoe, let alone be this behind as well.
True.
And Kiyoung, it's, you look at Thunder Talk right now, 5-man strong here in the Dragon, waiting for Soil to come in with the Bloodthirster. So whatever poke he receives, he will be able to just sustain it back. Doki and company can just go for an engage any minute now, but Thunder Talk is here, so ready.
Very ready indeed. They will start it up. Shin just try to get some information there. Sleepy Trouble Bubble will catch Lemon off guard. Doki already tanking so much damage. Jump down to half might not be the best case scenario here for JDG. They have to fall back. They have to give this dragon away. But the flash into that standing United there to try and take down Doki. Lemon flashes away as well. SMY gets one thought, but it's already monumental here for Thunder to call the Forge God, calling everyone out. But it's already all too late as Feibai, the only one in the front line, tries to blood pull away. But Saw continues on the onslaught, continues on the damage as everyone gets obliterated even with that zap. Thunderdog gets 4, they even get the dragon.
Perfect team fight once again for Thunder Talk. Getting that Hextech ultimatum in with a stand united is just a very good combo overall. And with Soil being this ahead, the red buff was there to help secure 6 kills. Check that, 4 kills in a row.
Count in that dragon as well. That was so good.
It was indeed very good. They don't mind, even if it's Doki being the one that gets dove here. And the Call of the Forge God was actually clutch. It was able to disable 4 people, but they did not expect Soil and Shin to still continue the chase. With Z landing a Sleepy Trouble Bubble, that's good night.
That blast as well at the very end caught them off guard. Thunder Talk suddenly went into a 9,000 gold lead from a 5,000 in the span of a minute. Just one clash, now going towards 10,000. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Thunder Talk showing how good they are.
10,000 gold lead, 12 minutes in, close to insurmountable for sure. And now that the Baron has respawned, more opportunities for Thunder Talk to just press on their advantages, and they could just move on in taking down this Baron and possibly just finishing the game pre-16 minutes.
I mean, that's the goal, right? Just establish dominance, move on, and prepare for the next series in the next days as well, and just continue to show no weakness on your opponents so that it's going to be much harder for them to get taken out.
Yeah. Samoa trying his best to be that guard. Oh, Z! Boom!
Versus Real, the follow-up, man, it's just a wombo combo supreme here for Thunder Talk, immediately taking one out. Feibai tries to go in the flank here on the backside, but immediately gets cancelled out. Blood pulls away to trying to stay, flashes away as well, but X-Bite chasing him down. Here comes Lemon jumping in, the counter strike is just too late, and they lose the Jax as well. Shin does ridiculous damage with that strikes that he deals, the tactical sweep with the slows as well, and Thunder Talk just continues to outmatch JDG right now.
I mean, they're so ahead. That's the only reason why the fight was as close as it was. Z being instantly removed from this fight was the reason why JDG was feeling confident. But make no mistake, Thunder Talk, their primary carry, Soil, is still alive, just free hitting. And it's just so hard to fight them right now, especially with the item advantage that they have.
Yeah, they're just too far ahead in this game right now. It's so hard to shut them out. The only kill that they had is just one kill secured here by JDG. That's how one-sided this game has been. Very, very different from actually for game number 1. It was a slow-paced game, then slowly Thunder Talk secured the game, but now it's much more explosive comeback game. Now they take everyone without hesitation. Xiaoji is just locked in, tries to flash away, dashes away, but immediately gets cancelled out here by X-Bai. And now everyone runs for the high heels. Everyone is on the kill of their own! That Call of Forge God, that damage actually ridiculous. They might actually be able to shut down Thunder Talk, but X-Bai, Shin and SMY just 3v4ing everyone here from JDG. They might even fall back though. Shin falls down finally. Soil and Z finally rejoins and take one more kill. That tactical sweep is gonna get denied. Feibai though might be the sacrificial vampire here of JDG, and they lose yet another turret.
Soil went back, ate some honey fruits, and is now back in action. He was 5-0-3 at that point. He was so ahead, and he's the primary damage source. But still, Thunder Talk was able to stand their ground. You're right, it was a 3v4. It did not matter. And they were able to wait for Soil and Z. And now they have enough health bars to actually go for the Baron. But instead, they will be backing away. Spend those unspent gold and complete the whole thing here at 15 minutes with this amount of gold lead. And with an Ice Dragon joining your team as well. It's just a very good advantage overall for Thunder Talk.
It's just absolute aggression coming. Look at that Hextech into the stand united. Then everyone follows up.
The Call of the Forge God, though, it's definitely something. Like, you look at Doki and plus the Hemo Plague as well. The Wombo combo was there, but it just so happened that JDG's resources wasn't at par with Thunder Talk. Had it been that they were at least 5k closer to Thunder Talk, it could have been a very different fight overall.
I think JDG did not expect that Call of Forge God connecting to multiple members of Thunder Talk as well, because Feibai actually backed away after dealing some damage, and he wanted to stay alive as much as possible, as long as possible in that fight. But it could have been, you know, like a different angle that they have taken there against Thunder Talk. They might have just taken out multiple shutdown golds onto Z and Soil. But again, that's the only output that we have right now on JDG's team fighting. Still very far away from them being able to come back, and it's also a big question if they are going to be able to fight back.
Yeah. Truth be told, it's definitely going to be very hard here, Giang. I mean, you look at Thunder Talk, they're just maximizing the dark areas. Right now, they're forcing JDG to face check. And they also have sent their Camille, their split pusher, on towards the bot lane. They're just waiting for this Scuttle Vision to expire, and by the time that it expires, it's go time for Thunder Talk. And it does look like that they want it now.
They want more kills as well. Look at how aggressive Shin is. Combined with the Standing Knight, Doki still survived, but it turned onto the Aatrox instead. And Xiaoji says, oopsie, and oh my god, that damage is just ridiculous. They turn onto each other. Lemon gets obliterated as well. Feibai tries to answer back, at least gets a shutdown there onto Soil. But again, just gets absolutely deleted by all the members here of Thunder Talk. Yeah, you get one, you get two. But at what cost? Z was just styling SMY, chasing down very almost. A Sleepy Trouble Bubble connecting. Boom! All you need is one auto attack from Z. And the game, over.
17 minutes and 30 seconds. Thunder Talk dominates JDG. What a way to start the tournament if you're Thunder Talk. They look invincible from minute number 1, and they did not look back.
Yeah, it's just a stomp. And we kind of anticipated this happening already, just because of how stable Thunder Talk actually performed, not only here but also in the past tournaments that we have seen. And the unchanged roster definitely showed more of a potential coming towards this season.